excuse, meaning he deliberately did not wake up for salah. Now sometimes you put the alarm and you do everything necessary, you assign someone to wake you up, but Allah decrees you don't wake up, alhamdulillah. This, if you have utilized the means, but you failed, it happens. But those people who deliberately know that I'm so tired, if I sleep now, I will miss Dhuhr, I will miss Asr, they continue to sleep. This is their punishment because of that. Secondly, he told them, as for the one who he was having his eyes, his ears and his mouth being ripped, the Prophet ﷺ, he was told that this is a man who goes out of his house and he makes a lie so big that it spreads all over the world. People who come up with lies and rumors in order to misguide the people and cause havoc among the children of Adam. As for the naked men and women, it is for the zunat, the adulterer and the adulteress or the fornicator, male or female. And the difference we mentioned before is the fornication is illegal relation between a man and woman who are not married or have never been married before. This is called fornication. The ruling is 100 lashes and to be exiled from the land for a year. Whereas the adulterer or the adulteress are those who have been married before or are married and get involved in an illegal relation. You know what I mean by relation? Then these people will be stoned to death. Now, many people complain, but they fail to read the Bible. In the Old Testament, people were being executed for many things. In the Old Testament, if someone cursed his father or mother, he is to be killed. He is to be killed. If someone did not observe the Sabbath, he is to be killed. So this is a whole other discussion. There's a wisdom in the deen of Allah of why He legislated that, and this is not the time to elaborate. Nonetheless, this is what will happen to those who commit adultery and fornication. And needless to say, brothers and sisters in Islam, no believer should be involved in any of these acts. And if Allah had decreed that you did have some shortcomings at some point in time, alhamdulillah, you repent to Allah now. And Allah promised those who repent at the end of Surah Al-Furqan. Then He said, وَلَا يَزْنُونَ وَمَنْ يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ يَلْقَى أَثَامًا يُضَاعَفْ لَهُ الْعَذَابُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ وَيَخْلُدْ فِيهِ مُهَانًا إِلَّا مَنْ تَابَ وَآمَنَ وَعَمِلَ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا. And those who don't commit that act, whoever does so shall receive a punishment on the day of judgment where he will remain eternally. Then Allah says, except those who repent. So tawbah from that will eliminate that particular sin bi-idhnillahi azza wa jal. And the last one, the one that he was having stones being placed in his mouth or rocks, is the one that he used to consume riba, usury. Okay, those who, you know, they call it fa'idah, but there's no fa'idah in it. Those who put some money in the bank, you know, and the bank will give you a particular percentage for keeping that money, and the people take this money and they consume it. This is a major sin in Islam, and it entails Allah declaring war against that person. And again, we're not going to elaborate on that ruling, but these are some of the examples. Now, Al-Hafidh ibn Hajar, in his Sharh of Fath al-Bari, he said that these are evidences that people are punished in the life of Barzakh, in that interval between the life of this world and life to come. These are evident because the Prophet ﷺ seen these events taking place, meaning this was already happening. So the ulama uses this as an evidence that the punishment of the grave is currently taking place. And people who die in the state with these sins will have this happen to them. So sisters, brothers and sisters in Islam, do you really want to do that? Do you really want to consume riba? Do you really want to commit adultery, fornication? Do you want to keep for the brothers, your pants below the ankles? And there are many other sins that one may commit that entail this kind of punishment in the grave. Okay, you could read concerning this material in various books, authentic books, that mention some of the violations that people may commit that will necessitate this kind of punishment. So in summary, brothers and sisters in Islam, you are hearing this tonight, and this may be applicable to you tomorrow. Pay attention. You're hearing this tonight, and everything you heard today, you may undergo on your own, tonight, tomorrow, or very soon. Whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills. Do not be heedless concerning Allah. You are in the month of Ramadan. This is a chance for you to be protected from the hellfire. to be permitted to Jannah and to be among the successful people. Don't waste your time, don't be negligent, don't be heedless, and repent to Allah from every sin. So when Ramadan ends and Eid begins, you will not go back to your old ways. If you have stopped doing some things, continue after Ramadan. If you began doing some things, righteous deeds, continue after Ramadan to the best of your ability in order to be protected from the hellfire. The grave is either a pit from the pits of Jahannam or a garden from the garden of Jannah. And each one of us will have one of these two. There's no third alternative or option. However you prepare yourself today, you will be rewarded and recompensed accordingly. You do good, Allah is more generous and better. You do evil, Allah is just. If you do evil, Allah may recompense you accordingly. And so, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and afterwards for the sake of protecting yourself from destruction, understand the objective of life. It is to believe in Allah, submit to His will, and live Islam in the ultimate way. Udkhulu fi silmi kaffa, enter into Islam wholeheartedly. Be a true Muslim, a real Muslim, living Islam where people can see the reflection of your faith upon you in your behavior, in your conduct, in your treatment, and in your appearance. Where you will resemble Islam inwardly and outwardly. These are the people who were promised to be saved in the grave and saved afterwards. The other people, they are in the danger zone. And I don't wish for any one of us to be punished under any circumstances. So this is just a reminder for those who wish to be reminded. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make this reminder beneficial for me and for you and for whoever hears this in the future. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد. I would like to give you the good news actually. Remember the French brother that I had told you about? Yes. Yeah, he's actually with us tonight. Alhamdulillah, he had embraced Islam. So this is the glad tidings. I had nothing to do with it. It's all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But at least I was the news, the newsman, so who's conveying to you the information. So alhamdulillah, he's with us somewhere here. I'm not going to expose him, so I'm not going to publicize his personal life. But he's here, he embraced Islam, alhamdulillah. And we ask Allah to keep him firm on the deen and to make us all, die in a state of submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The good Muslim is the one that you can tell he's good from a long distance. And then when you come closer to him, you realize that he's really good Muslim. Because we have two extremes. People who look as good Muslims from far, but when you come close, you find otherwise. And then we have the opposite extreme where people may not necessarily look as good Muslims from far, but when you come close, you find that they're pretty nice people. The really good Muslim is the one that combines both. He looks good from far and he is good when you come near. And so he's a person who's gentle, kind, and he believes in Allah and follows the way of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And he uses Islam as his ultimate guide. This is a good Muslim. Alhamdulillah, there are many of them, alhamdulillah. Inshallah, you'll meet some more. From the sisters, it's Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. Is tonight one of the odd nights? Indeed. Indeed, because in Islam, we said the night precedes the day. The night comes before the day. So once Maghrib comes in, it is the evening of the following day. So if tomorrow is the 25th, for example, and tonight from Maghrib, it was the evening of the 25th. Because once Fajr comes in, it's the day of the 25th. So tonight is an odd night, bi'idhnillah.